Hello, good morning, students. Now let us try to understand the heat capacities and its type. So, first of all, there is the heat capacity we have to understand, then specific heat capacity and molar heat capacity. So, heat capacity are the two types, that is specific heat capacity and molar heat capacity. Okay, so these two again divided into like that is specific heat capacity at constant volume, constant pressure, and molar heat capacity is constant volume, constant pressure. So these are many types, but what we are the basically we are going to study the heat capacity. So heat capacity C of a substance is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature through 1 degree. So whatever the given amount of substance is there, and you have to increase the temperature 1 degree. So any substance getting increased their temperature by 1 degree is known as what? Heat capacity. Heat capacity is the ratio of heat absorbed by the system to the resulting increase in the temperature. So the heat capacity C is equal to Q by dt. Q is what? That is heat, heat absorbed by the system, and delta T is the increase in temperature. So that is Q is heat absorbed by the system, and delta T is or dt is the rise in temperature. Heat capacity at constant volume Cv gives the measure of the change in internal energy. Okay, that is very important point, student, that you keep in mind. That is heat capacity at constant volume Cv, okay, gives the measure of the change in the internal energy, that is U of the system. So Cv is equal to delta U by delta T, delta U by delta T, or du by dt. So equal to qv dt. So qv dt, so if you cross multiplying it, so what you will be able to get, that is delta U is equal to uh, cv dt, because cv is equal to, this is du by dt. So this relation you will get by the use of this you will get delta U is equal to ncv dt. Now heat capacity at constant pressure Cp gives the measure of the change of enthalpy of the system. Okay, so at constant pressure, if you talk about that constant pressure, it is giving the heat capacity, it is giving, that is enthalpy. So heat capacity at constant pressure gives the measure of the change of enthalpy H of a system with the temperature. So Cp is equal to dH by dt at constant pressure. So Qp, that will become the equal to Qp upon dt, and that is, if you are simplifying this by using both two, delta H is equal to ncp dt. Okay, now let us go and move out the probable questions, students. Hello students, now the let us see the probable question based on the heat capacity and its type. So first question is, what do you mean by heat capacity? First question is, what do you mean by heat capacity? So heat capacity is the ratio of heat absorbed by material to the temperature change. Heat capacity is the ratio of heat absorbed by material to the temperature change. It is usually expressed as calorie per degree in terms of the actual amount of material being considered. Most commonly a mole, the molecular weight in the gram. The heat capacity in calories per gram is called, that is specific heat capacity. So that is, if you are taking the 1 mole of the substance and you are increasing the temperature of 1 mole of substance by 1 degree Celsius, that is what the molar heat capacity. And for 1 gram of substance, if you are increasing the temperature, that is what is known as specific heat capacity. Next one is, if you talk about the, does heat capacity depends on mass? Does heat capacity, so heat capacity of an object depends both on its mass and its chemical composition. Because of its much larger mass, the swimming pool of water has the larger heat capacity than a vending pool. So what is meaning of the heat capacity of an object depends both on its mass and its chemical composition. Because of its much larger mass, the swimming pool of water has the larger heat capacity. What is the specific heat capacity? Specific heat capacity. The specific heat capacity of a substance of the amount of energy required to raise the temperature See student, here the better you can use, that is 1 gram. If you are using the 1 kg, so that is the unit will be in the kg. If it is the gram, unit will be the gram of the substance by 1 degree. So C is equal to dE by m delta T, or delta E is equal to mc dt. Now m is mass of the mass in kg, C is specific heat capacity, that is joule kg per centimeter, and delta is change in thermal energy J, and theta is equal to change in the temperature. Okay, here you see student, better to understand that is what is specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of substance by 1 Kelvin. Okay, SI unit of specific heat capacity is joule, okay, kg, gram inverse, and Kelvin inverse. So specific heat capacity is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of substance by 1 Kelvin. So that is, if you are increasing the temperature of substance by 1 kilogram, that is what is known as specific heat capacity. Here is how do you find the heat capacity. The specific heat capacity is determined by how much heat energy is needed to raise 1 gram of substance 1 degree Celsius. The specific heat capacity of water is 4.2 joules per gram per degree Celsius, or 1 calorie per gram per degree Celsius. Next one, what is the meaning of the specific heat capacity? The specific heat capacity of substance is the amount of energy required to reach the temperature of 1 kg of substance by 1 degree Celsius. Okay, here can be 1 gram also student, but the only unit will be changed. So C is equal to delta E upon m delta T, del theta. So del E is equal to mc del theta. M is the mass, C is specific heat capacity in joule kg in per Celsius, okay, and delta is change in thermal energy J, del theta is equal to change in the temperature. Okay, next one, heat capacity for different material at atmospheric pressure is what? Water has a specific heat capacity 4186, ice has 2090, steam has 2010, aluminum have 900, iron has 448, glass 837, copper 387, mercury 138, and gold 129. So you can see the specific heat capacity is maximum in case of the water, that is 4186, and secondly it is the ice, that is 2090, and steam it is 2010. So these three material are there which are having in the different form of the water is having the different specific heat capacity. Next problem, if you see the molar heat capacity, the molar heat capacity of chemical substance is the amount of energy that must be added in form of heat to 1 mole of the substance in order to cause increase of 1 mole of its temperature. Okay, to cause 1 unit of its temperature is to not 1 mole. Okay, so one more, what is difference between specific and molar heat capacity? So molar heat capacity is measure of the amount of heat necessary to raise the temperature of 1 mole of the pure substance by 1 degree. Specific heat capacity is measure of the amount of heat necessary to raise the temperature of 1 gram of pure substance by 1 degree Kelvin or 1 degree Celsius. Okay, another is there, in another word, specific heat of solid or liquid is the amount of heat that is raise the temperature of unit mass of the solid through 1 degree Celsius. We symbolize it as a C. In SI unit, the amount of heat that raise the temperature 1 kg of solid liquids is 1 K. Okay, so for the, if you are talking about, okay, let us see, its unit SI system always give joule, kg inverse, Kelvin inverse, CGS, that is calorie, gram inverse, Kelvin inverse, or Celsius inverse. If the amount of heat delta Q required to raise the temperature of mass through delta T, then the formula of specific heat capacity is given by that is del C is equal to it will be that is Q upon del T. This is what the formula we have to use to follow, that is the heat capacity, molar heat capacity, specific heat capacity. That's a very simple, student. Heat capacity, that is you are the whatever the given amount of substance is there, you are increasing the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. If it is the 1 mole of the substance, that's the, if you are increasing the temperature of 1 mole of substance by 1 degree Celsius, it will be the molar heat capacity. And for the 1 gram of the substance, it will be the specific heat capacity. So both the terms we have to keep in mind. Thank you so much for watching, friend.